Back again, and this time we are there on the fourth unit, and the fourth unit is entrepreneurial skill. And in this we will begin with the very first session, and that is entrepreneurial skills and its impact. See, basically, if we see all around, we see a number of things which we have almost everything which we require to survive and to live. Even we have a number of things without which we can live, but we have, and we use those things. If you see some times back, or if you go some years back, we can see some of the things would be missing out. Some of the things which we are using today are not there in past. So if you go really very back, we can see some more things would be missing, and if we go really very back, years and years back, we will see a number of things which will be missing there. So we can see that we are there on an age where we almost have all the things which we require, and the most important thing is we can get all these things very easily. We do not have to struggle a lot in order to get these things. So if you move very back to the time when this humanity might have came on the earth, we can say that during the time of Stone Age, when this human being came, they too were living on the planet, they too were surviving, they too were having their food, they too were having their families, but there is a lot of change in that time and the time in which we are living today. In that era, the humans, they were only surviving. They were hunting for food. They were living in jungles. They were living near the rivers so that they can get food and shelter easily. So they were living, we are also living, but if you compare, you will be seeing huge difference between their lifestyle and our lifestyle. It is totally very different what it was in the beginning and what it is now. The thing is, at that time nothing was available like it is available now. At present time everything is available. We can get all the things at our doorstep. So we can see the change in the lifestyle of the humanity in the society. All these changes which we see are because of all the product, all the services, all the things which we use. Everything which we use, we do not make all those things. Either we get those things and we purchase those things. Means everything which we use are available, almost available in market, and we can get those things. But in the beginning, there was no market. People has to get their own things. If they wanted, they have to move around, search for things, hunt for the animals, for food. But now we do not live in that era. We do not have to hunt. We do not have to run after food. The only thing is, if we have money, we can purchase it and we can have it. Even we can order from our home. The thing is, lifestyle has changed, society has changed, and we have seen a huge improvement in the lifestyle of human and humanity. So if you look around where you are sitting right now, you would be seeing a number of things which you have. The question mark comes up, from where all these things came. The answer is quite simple. All these things came from some or the other industries, from some or the other companies. All these things are being manufactured and made somewhere, in some factories, in some industries. So we can say that the advancement which we have right now in our civilization, in our society, all the contribution goes to the industrialist, the businessman, the business tycoons, who creates either a product or a service which we use, and these product and services are changing our lifestyles. It is always not certain that the thing which we use today will ever last. A number of things which we use right now will be missing after a number of years, and we would be using some other thing in place of that thing. And this thing happens because of industrialization, the technological development which is currently going on and which will go on for always. So development will always go on for always, and all these development is because of industrialization. So this industrialization is a term which we will study right now, and the technical term given to this industrialization is entrepreneurship. See, entrepreneurial is nothing but it is creating a business, a industry, and running that business and industry in the market. So entrepreneur is everywhere. Every time a new industry is coming up, every time a new product is being launched and it comes up in the market, we the customers, we use those things by purchasing those things. So we have almost all the kinds of products, all the kinds of services which we require, and even we have a number of things which we do not require and still we have those things. See, this entrepreneurship term came from entrepreneurs. Entrepreneur means businessman, industrialist. See, if you take this term entrepreneur, everybody is an entrepreneur. Even all, if you take all are entrepreneurs. Everybody creates something. See, the work of entrepreneur is to create either of two things. A entrepreneur creates either a product or a service. A entrepreneur has a thought. He converts that thought into a product or a service. The thing is, we too have thoughts and we convert our thought into a product or a service. The thing is, everybody do not creates that product or service for general people of our customers. We create a product for ourselves, like we cook food, that is a product, and we do for ourselves. We clean our places, that's a kind of service, and we do for ourselves. The thing is, if the same thing is done for others, means if a product is created for others, a service is created for others, and that too in lieu of money, and that makes a person a entrepreneur, a industrialist. So basically, an entrepreneur is an industrialist who has a thought and he converts those thought into a product or a service, and then he launches it in the market. Those who wants those product or service, they have to give a amount in lieu of that. We have seen a number of changes. We have seen changes in front of ourselves only. Some years back, telephone lines were there, landline phones were there, people used to communicate over that. Telephones were there at home, landline phones were there at home. People used to dial the numbers of other person, the other person should have a telephone, a landline, and they can listen to each other. The only thing was the charges was high. There was charges for incoming also, charges for outgoing also. The limitation was person has to be there within the area of telephone, means he has to be there near the phone if he needs to talk to the person. Gradually the requirement of person increased. The person wants to move, so this cordless phone came. People can move in and out here and there, and they can talk to the other person, but still the mobility was not that much, means a certain area was there, in that only the person can move. Then these industrialists came up with mobile phone, 2G phone came, then 3G phone came. Along with 2G and 3D, a number of more services came. People can send SMS also, MMS also, in order to communicate with others. Still, the people were not satisfied. Industrialists were not satisfied. So industrialists came with the other idea, and that idea was video calling. So if we see very closely, we can certainly say that entrepreneurship and society is very much connected together. The development in the industries develops the society. Whatever product comes up, whatever services comes up, all those product and services are there. for the customers. We the customers which are there in the society, we benefit from it, and when we benefit, our standard and lifestyle benefits and the society also develops. So it is not only the products or the services, there are some more things because of which the development in society can be directly proportional to the development in the industrialization. So the very first thing we see is ki if a industry sets up, a new industry sets up, a new business sets up, that new industry or business certainly requires manpower. See, no industry or business can be there in the market without manpower. It needs a number of humans to work with to set up the business. And so we can see that whenever a industry comes up, that industry comes up by opening new jobs for the common people. See, take for example, industry is there and that industry wants to build up. Somebody has a plan to set up a business or industry, and he wants to convert his plan into a product or a service. So he certainly will search for a place where he can set up his industry. So when he will plan for that, he will require manpower also who will work under them, who will work to produce the product which he wanted. So in that way, we can say that a industry creates job. And when job is created, the person from the society only will get the job. Somebody from the society or a number of person from the society will certainly get the job. So we can see that a person who do not have job, he has a lifestyle, a very limited lifestyle, and when he gets the job, certainly after the end of the month he will be getting the salary, and when he'll get the salary, he will use it first for himself, then for the family. Means he will divide the salary into a number of parts, and certainly after some time his living standard will improve. Not only him, a number of more will join from the society, the same industry, and all those will certainly rise their living standards. So we see that if person from the society is rising their living standard, so we can say that the standard of the society also increases, rises up. So these two things, the job and the standard, are also connected. As people get job, they will invest money on themselves, and as they will invest money on themselves, they will improve their livelihood, and as they will improve their livelihood, their standard will increase, and if their standard increases, the standard of society also increases. So we can say that this entrepreneurship or these entrepreneurs or these industrialists, these all are helping to build up the society. And there's one more thing, and that thing is when a new industry comes up, it encourages the other person also, those who are there in the society, to come up like a entrepreneur. So we can say that a entrepreneur encourages others to become a entrepreneur. A person living in a society can see a industry, and he can be motivated or encouraged because of that industry, and certainly he will come up with the idea. The idea may be the same, of the same industry which has inspired him, or the idea may be different. It can happen. But the thing is, certainly some will be inspired, and those inspiration will give the person to become a industrialist, a entrepreneur. See, entrepreneur do not becomes a super hit at the very first time. He do not becomes very big at the very first time. Whenever entrepreneur will start, the entrepreneur will start at a small scale, and gradually and slowly he will rise and he will become big and bigger. Depends on how the mentality and how the working technology, means working technique he has. See, like we see cricketers, footballers, actors, singers, and a number of persons are inspired by them. They want to become like them, like Sachin or Sehwag or like Shah Rukh or Salman or like Arjit Singh. But the thing is, some more are there who wants to become something else, and that something is entrepreneurs. They want to become entrepreneur because they are inspired by some or the other entrepreneurs, the new entrepreneurs which are there, like Ritesh Agrawal, who is the sole owner of Oyo. He can be inspired by Mukesh Ambani. Means a person can be inspired by any entrepreneur, and certainly he will start up a industry or a business, and he will create a product or a service. So we can say that a entrepreneur encourages the person living in the society to become a entrepreneur, and this certainly goes on, because if this thing do not happen, then how this new industry will come up? All these new industry comes up because of some or the other inspirations which they get from some entrepreneurs only. One is there, somebody else will come, somebody else will come, and this cycle goes on. And when this cycle goes on, the society uplifts. Means somebody from the society only is coming up as an entrepreneur, so his certainly society will lift up and boost up. See, when entrepreneurs are there, they create industry first for themselves. They invest money, they create business, they create industry, they get profit. Maximum are there for profit only, so that they may get more money, but some are there who works for the society also. Some entrepreneurs are there who invest their money in society, who helps to develop the society. We can see a number of entrepreneurs are there, like Azim Premji from Wipro. Azim Premji is almost one of the biggest entrepreneurs of India, and he has a very big name all over the world. He started his career from vegetable oils, and now we can say he is a business tycoon in software industry. So Wipro is well known all over. He invests some of his profit, we can say a huge amount he invests in the development of the common people or the society. Mostly he invests in education, so that the people or the society where education is not there or not possible can get education. So a number of entrepreneurs are there who invest their money, who helps common people, who help the society in education or at places where healthcare is not available. So whenever an entrepreneur comes up with a business or industry, he works first for himself to get more money than he has invested. But when he does that, one more thing is done, and that thing is he creates wealth. He adds to the economy of the country, economy of the society, economy of the place where he is building up and setting up the industry. So we can say that this entrepreneurship and economy is also directly connected. As this entrepreneurship gets money, they do not even get the money which they have invested, but they get the profit also. Means they are creating wealth, they are creating money. So when they are doing so, they are adding to the development of the country also, the economical development of the country. They are adding money. When the money is added, the economical growth comes up. Whenever these entrepreneurs, they start up a business, they invest some money. So their plan is first to get the money which they have invested, and then the plan is to get the profit. So as they start getting the profit, they are getting money, and more money, and they get more money. So when they are getting money and money, they are creating wealth. They are creating wealth. So wealth, when created, it adds to the economy of the person, those who are related with the entrepreneur, and also economy of the country is also increased and improved. So not even they get boost up, not even these entrepreneurs get profit, but what happens ki the other entrepreneurs also get help. See, when an industry sets up, it do not work all alone. It also requires a number of more sub industries which will work along with them, not directly but indirectly. Say for example, a company is manufacturing cell phones, so that company will certainly not make all the accessories which are required along with the cell phones. So a number of more industries will come up. Those industries, some will make headphones, some will make back covers, some will make tempered glass, some will make protective covers. a number of accessories are there which will be created by a number of more industries. So we can say that a single industry when comes up, it encourages other industries also to build up and sets up in market. A number of more industries will come up, those who will be helping in creating the call centers through where the customer can connect and they can get problems solved related to their products. So in this way we can say a single industry, when an industry comes up or when a number of industries comes up, they encourages other industries also to sets and to progress, and this progress is there, and when this is there, certainly they will also create money and that will also add wealth, and it will be like progress to the economical growth of the country. There's one more thing, and that thing is ki when a person plans that he wants to become an entrepreneur, when he is trying to convert his idea or thought into a product, he needs to set up his business. So he will require a place where he wants to build up his industry. So he will set the industry at a place. So what happens is wherever that industry sets up, that area develops. See, suppose that a place is there where land is cheap. So a industrialist comes up, purchases the land, and he creates a industry there. So when he creates a industry there, he will certainly require land, he will require electricity, he will require telephone communications, he will require communication mediums. So when he will build up all those things, certainly he will only not the person who will get the advantage. The advantage will be there for the local people who are living there. So we can say that the society, the local society, the regional place where this industry sets up and builds up, that also develops. So we can see that when industry comes up, the regional development is also there. So these industries, they come up with a product, a service, they give a job to the common people. The lifestyle of common people increases. It adds some more thing to the society. The upliftment of society goes on. So when these things happen, certainly the GDP of the country and per capita means the earning of the common people will also increase. The person who were not having money, they will get more money. The person who were having jobs will get better jobs as new industry comes up, and their lifestyle will increase, their income will increase, their per capita income will increase, and the economical growth of the country will certainly rise. And we see one more thing, and that thing is when industry comes up, it starts with small, gradually it becomes big, and it becomes bigger, and it becomes very big. And a point in time comes up when that industry or when that industrialist or entrepreneur decides that now he can have customers from outside the country also, or it may happen vice versa, and that vice versa is the customers from other countries requires the product which is manufactured here in our country. Means that now the entrepreneur requires to export the product, and when this export comes up, then more money will come up, and it will certainly add some more money. So we have seen entrepreneurship affecting society, entrepreneurship affecting the economy. The entrepreneurship affects and contributes to an individual also, the one who is the entrepreneur. See, whenever an entrepreneur comes up, a entrepreneur starts, a entrepreneur begins, that gives him freedom, the freedom to work, the freedom to work from anywhere, from any place. He creates his own schedule, he works on his own, he do not have timetable now. Wherever he want, whenever he want, he can work. He can work for 24 hours. He do not have a schedule. Nobody will be there to watch him whether he is coming on time or not. But the thing is, he will work and he would be working, but he has the freedom. Whenever and from whichever place he want, he can work. The other thing he has is to go for his passion. See, whenever an entrepreneur comes up, the successful entrepreneur always takes the work which he loves to do, which is his passion. So he will always be there to follow his passion. Whichever way he wanted to do his work, he is free to do his work with his passion. And the very first thing which he does is he creates his own job. A entrepreneur when comes up, he comes up with a job which he creates for himself. So he is the boss. He is his own boss. He now do not have anybody else to control on, but he is the sole controller. He is the boss. He controls all the things, all the activities which goes on in his entrepreneurship. He do not require somebody else's command. Now he is his own boss. Even when a person becomes entrepreneur, it creates